Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. In this video we will see how to make a sign up login form with the help of Node, Express and Mongo, and we will also use authentication in our website, and we will see how you can use hashing technique to secure your password. So as you can see on my screen, I have a simple login sign up form, and you can log in and you can also sign up. So let's create a new user. So I will write user1 and let's say password 123, and if I just hit submit, and it takes me to the home and it displays my name. And if I just go to MongoDB Compass, which is our database, and if I just refresh it, you will see our entry is there, which is name is a user. Let me just zoom a little bit. So as you can see, the name is user1 and password, as you can see, is in hash form. So we will see how to do that. And there is one more field, which is token. So what is this token? It is used for authentication. So let me just show you what I mean by that. If I just come to a new tab and open the localhost again, you can see I am directly get to the home. Okay, so there is no need to log in and sign up again, and this is possible due to JWT, which we will be using today for authentication, and we will be also using cookies. So let's see how it is done in the VS Code, and this is possible due to J. Alright, so let's install some dependencies. So we'll write npm I express and make sure to install all of these: express, then mongoose, then nodemon, and then I will write cookie parser, which will help us to get the value from cookie, and HBS, then JSON web token, and I think Bcrypt JS also. And now I think we are done. So let's hit enter and let it install all these. Okay, so yeah, all the dependencies are being installed, and let's start with our index.js. So first of all, we need to require some properties here. So I will write here const, and then I will write express. Okay, I will write require, and then I will write express because we are requiring the express.js, and then I will write const app is equal to express, and this will be a function. So in this way we can use this app to use the function of get and post. Then we will write some more variables. Path, I will write require path here. Okay, and then you have to write app.use. Inside this you have to write express.json, and one more line, app.use. then you have to write express.url. okay, URL encoded, and inside this it will take an object. So this object will be extended, and you have to write false here. And now we will write some code for HBS file. So I will write here const, let's say template path is equal to path.join. This is the code to get the template file here. So as you can see here, the name of the file is templates, inside which all the HBS file is there. So this variable, this template path, will target these all files. Alright, so I will write here dir name, then I will write // and give the name of the file, so templates. And we will do the same for public path, in which our all the CSS file is lying, and in this I will write here public. That's it. And then we have to write app.set. okay, app.set, I will write here view engine, and I will say we are using HBS. We will do the same for public here, and for public I will remove this. I will write express.static, and then in this it is a function here. In this I will write public path. Now we are complete with all the initial setup here. Now let's write some more code. So I will write here app.get, and then for slash. Okay, so for the default one, res comma require. Okay, so res comma req, and it will be an arrow function here. Then we'll write res dot render. So res dot render, oops, and I will write here home. not home, let's say login. So what it means is that you will be by default taken to the login page. Okay, and I will just copy this. Okay, let me just copy this down here, and if you just go to sign up, so I will write here sign up, and for sign up I will just write here sign up. Okay, and then now let's the port number, so I will write app.listen and I will write here 3000. You can write anything here, and then I will write an arrow function. In this I will then a console log, and I will just say port connected, so in order to confirm that the port is connected or not. Alright, so we are like pretty much done for the initial setup in index.js. Now that I have given the name of this login and sign up page, so let me just open these. So in this login.hbs we haven't written anything, so let's write something. So this is just like HTML, as you can see here, the boilerplate is there. Okay, so let's write I will write here h1 tag, and I will write login, and then I will make a form. So action, so this is important, so make sure you have written here login. You can write anything, but I am writing here login, and make sure you have written post here. Okay, so post. Then inside this form we will create some input tags here. So the first one is text, and copy this down, and instead of this text I will write here password, and the same thing goes for this one here and also this one. Okay, then the last one, the last input tag is the button tag, so I will write here submit, so it is a submit button here. You can also write the button tag here, but I am using here input tags. And let's say class, so I am giving it a class. I like to style it later in CSS part. Okay, then I will create a h3 tag. In this I will ask the user if he or she don't have an account, so I will write here don't have an account, and then I will give the link to the like sign up page. So I will write here sign up page, and I will write here go to sign up page. Alright, and let's see if it works or not. So to start the server you just have to write nodemon and give the path of your index.js. So I will write here src/index, and as you can see here it is giving me port connected, so it is successfully connected. Let's open a new tab here and go to localhost 3000, and it is giving me an error. Rest.render is not a function here. So let's go back to the index.js. Let's see what is the problem here. Alright, so what I have done wrong here, the request part is written first. Okay, so yeah, this is written in this way, request comes first, request and then response. So let's save it again. Alright, and reload the page. So as you can see here, now it works and it is showing me the login page. So this is pretty nice. And so after like making the login page, I will just copy all these code and I will just paste it in the sign up page, and I will just change some lines here. This will be sign up. So let's save it, reload the page, and let's see if it. So yeah, as you can see, it is taking me to the sign up page. So yeah, I can go back and forth from login and sign up. So this is pretty great. Now let's do the same for home page also. So I will just paste it and it has home, and I will create one more tag here. Let's say h2, and I will write hello and then the name. So how you can get the name from backend? So you have to write these curly braces. It is a feature in HBS. So if you are using EJS, you have to like write some modular sign or something. I don't know about that, but in HBS you have to write like that. And I will also give it an ID of h1 so that we can target it in CSS later. Okay, so let's write some CSS also. So as you can see here, we have 3 files and I have already written some CSS, so let me just show you. Okay, so these are some CSS here, so you can write these on your own. Okay, we are not going to write this CSS in this video. It is very basic CSS, nothing advanced. And like to get the CSS file here, I will write here link CSS, and then what I will write, css slash login.css. Let's save it and see if it works or not. Okay, so it is not working here. Alright guys, so the mistake was, instead of this set here, I have to write use here. So let's save it again and see if it works or not. So as you can see here, the CSS is now working. So the most important part is MongoDB.js. Now let's complete it. Alright, so first of all, what we have to do, we have to require the mongoose. So I will write here mongoose is equal to require mongoose. Alright, then I will write mongoose dot connect here, and it will be a function, and inside this you have to write mongodb colon / localhost, and in this you have to write 27017 here. So make sure to copy exactly what I have written here, and then give it a slash here, and after this slash you have to write the name of your database. So I am giving the name of my database Auth. So you can write here anything you want. Then I will write then and catch blocks. This will take an arrow function here, and I will just console log mongo connected. So it will display this message if this is connected successfully, and I will also create a catch block here, and this will also, so it will say error. So if anything goes wrong, this error will print, otherwise it will print mongo connected. So now let's create a schema. So for that I will write here const schema is equal to new mongoose dot schema here. So schema is a like way how to store the data. So it is a way of storing data, and it will take objects. So the first object we will say name, because we have to store the name, and the type of the name, so the type of name will be string, and then I will write required true. So in this way the name should be there, it cannot be empty. Then I will just copy this 2 more times here. Alright, 2 more times. The second one will be password, because we are storing password also, and the third one is token. So let's save it, and then we have to write 2 more lines here. I will write here collection, const collection. Okay, so make sure the spelling is correct, and this will be equal to new mongoose dot model. So this model is used to create a collection, and inside this you have to name your collection. So I will name it auth collection. You can name it anything you want, but I am naming it auth collection, and write a comma here. Then you have to give the schema. So I will write schema here. Okay, so make sure this schema and this schema is same. Okay, then you have to just export this collection here. So I will write module dot exports is equal to collection, and that's it. You are done with the Mongo DB.js part also. So I think we are done, and let's save it. Okay, and we have to also require the Mongo file here. So I will copy this down here, and I will write collection. Okay, I will write collection, and then require, and then I will require the path of the Mongo. So as you can see here, Mongo, and let's save it. Let's use this Mongo.js to get the data and store it in our database. So let's do that. So I will write here app.post, then I will give the path. So I will write here sign up. So I am first writing the code for sign up page. Alright, and it will be an async function. So I will write here async await. So it will be an async function. Then I will write here request comma response, and this will be an arrow function, and then I will write try and catch blocks. So I will write try and catch blocks here, and inside the try block what I will write, first of all I will check if the name already exists in the database. So if the name already exists, we will not store the name again. So for that I will write here const check is equal to await, and we will use the collection model which we have required from the Mongo.js. Then I will write the function of MongoDB, which is find one. So it is a function inside MongoDB, and here I will write name request dot body dot name. So I will write here if check. Okay, just check here, because if it is true, then we will write here response dot send, and we will say user already exists. So if the name is there, we will write user already exists. Then else, if there is no user, we will write a const data here. This will be an object. I will write name will be request dot body dot name here. Okay, then password, same for the password. So I will just copy this down here, and I will write password here. So password, and same, we will be making a new variable of name token. So let's see how it is done here. So we will write here const token. So we are generating a new token here, all right, with the help of JWT, and then we will store it here. So I will write const token is equal to JWT dot sign. So this sign function is used to create the token, and I will write here name, then request dot body dot name. So this will store the name of our user in the token. All right, so you have to give a comma here, and then you have to write a string, a long string. So now I think it is more than 32 characters. So make sure this string, you can write here anything. So make sure it is more than 32 characters. And in this way, we have successfully generated a token. Then we can easily store that token in this one. Okay, and we are not done yet. Then I will write here await dot collection here, await dot collection, and I will use the property of insert many. So in this way, we will insert the data in our MongoDB compass, okay, in our database. All right, then in here, what I will do, I will write response dot send, and then if anything goes wrong, I will just print wrong details. So let's save it, and let's see in our login page, in our login form, if it works or not. So I will go to the sign up page, because we have done the code for sign up page, and I will write a name user1 and generate a password 123. Let's hit submit. Okay, and it is showing me wrong details. All right, so the error was due to this jw.sign. Why it is giving me an error? Because we haven't required the JWT yet. So let's require that, and for that I will write here, I will just copy that, and I will write JWT require JSON, okay, JSON web token. And not only that, we will let's require the cookie parser also. So let's require cookie parser, and I will write here cookie parser, and then I will also require the Bcrypt JS also. So let's require the Bcrypt JS. All right, I will just copy this express.json here, and I will just write here app.use cookie parser. Okay, so cookie parser, that's it. It will be a function here. All right, so I think now we are done here with all the initial code here to start. So let's test it now if it works or not. So the password 123, let's hit submit, and yep, it is working, home, and it is also showing the name. Now let's check in our MongoDB compass if the user is there. So as you can see here, the user is there, and the password, as you can see, it is not in hash form, because we haven't used the hashing technique yet. But you can see the token is there, and we haven't used the token yet. So let's use the token. So let's use the Bcrypt JS first. As you can see here, we have required the Bcrypt, and to use Bcrypt here, I will just come here, and I will make let's just close this one. I will make two functions here. So first one, let's say first one is, and this will be async function. Okay, so async function, and the first one is hash pass, so the name will be hash pass. Okay, and what will be the function here? The function will take an argument called password, and what it will be doing, let's create a new variable, let's say const res, which is short form of result, and it will be await bcrypt dot hash. So this hash is a method in bcrypt.js to hash your password. Then I will just simply pass the password here, and then you have to write some number. So I will just writing here 10. All right, then I will just return the res here. So in this way we have completely like successfully hashed our password. Then I will just copy this function down, and I will write here compare. So what it compare does, I will just tell you in a minute. So in this, instead of this compare, I will write here compare, and it will take two arguments. So the first one will be user password, the second one will be hash password. Okay, and same goes for this one. So it will take two arguments here. And now I think we are done with the Bcrypt.js also. Let's see by creating one more user if it works or not, and for that we have to do something here also. As you can see here, instead of this password, okay, so what I will do here, I will write the name of the function here. So this hash pass, and I will pass the value. Now let's see if it works or not. So I will reload the page, goes to the sign up page. I will write user 2 password 123. Let's hit submit. Okay, so it is giving me an error. Let's see what is the error. Alright, so the error was I have to write here await because it is an async await function. Let's save it again. Okay, name user 2 password 123. Let's hit submit, and yep, it is taking me to the home page, the main part, if it is there or not. So yeah, as you can see here, the password is in hash form. So we are successfully hashed the password. Now let's do some code for login page. For that I will just copy the sign up post and paste it. Let's copy the sign up post here and copy that down. Alright, then instead of this login, I will just write login here, and I will make another variable which will be pass check. So this pass check will be equal to await dot compare. So this compare function we will be using now, and it will take two parameters, as you can see up here. Here you can see two parameters, user password and the hash password. So let's pass that where it is. Alright, so here user password. So the user password will be request dot body dot password. So this is the user password. Then the hash password will be hash dot, not token, hash dot password. So it will just return true or false. So this pass check will return true or false, and I will write in the if statement, if check and pass check both are true. So if check and pass check both are true, then only we will be redirecting the user to the home page. I will remove this from here. Okay, this from here, and also remove this token, and also remove this one here. I will just copy this here and move this one here, and I will write wrong details. That's it. Okay, let's test if the login page works or not. So I will write here user 2, which we have just entered now, and the password 123. And yes, as you can see here, it is taking me to the home page. So that means login page is working great. Now let's do the last part, which is the authentication part. So that for that we will be using cookies. Alright, so in the login post here, I will come in the if statement, and I will write res dot cookie. So this is the way to generate a cookie in your website. Then I will name the cookie JWT. You can name it anything, and then I will pass the token, the value here. So the value will be the token. So for token, how I am getting the token? With the help of this const here, I will write check dot token. In this way, the token will be stored in this variable JWT. So I hope you understand it. And then it will take some conditions here. So first is max age. Alright, so in max age you can write the time for how many milliseconds you want the cookie to be there. I will write here 600,000. This 600,000 means 10 minutes. Then it will take another condition which is HTTP only, and I will write here true. Alright, so after 10 minutes this cookie will disappear automatically, it will be deleted automatically, and I will just copy this cookie here and I will paste it in the sign up post also here. Okay, below the token part, and in this I am not giving check.token, I will be directly passing the token variable here. Alright, so now I think we are done here, and to use the cookie I will come in the slash, okay, get /1, and I will just remove this from here. Then I will use some if statements, if and else. So if res.cookie.jwt, so what it means, if this JWT cookie exists, then only what we will do, we will create a new variable, let's say const verify, and this will be equal to JWT dot verify. Okay, so it is used to verify the cookie if it is valid or not. So I will write here request dot cookies dot JWT, and then I will pass the same string which I have written here. So make sure to copy the string and pass the same string here. So I will paste it here. That's it, and make sure the spelling of cookies is correct. So it is S at the end, and this is a request. Okay, so REQ, not response here. Alright, so after verifying the cookie I will just write res.render, okay, and I will render the home. So if the cookie is there I will render the home, and I will also render the name. So the name will be verify dot name. So I think now it is done, and also, and if the cookie is not there I will just simply write res dot render and login. So I think now we are fully done with our login sign up tutorial here. Let's test it finally. So first of all, let's create a new user here. I will write user 3 1 2 3, hit submit. Okay, so it is working great, and let's see if it is there or not in the Mongo compass. So as you can see here, user 3 is there. Now let's like close the tab and see if the authentication works or not. So I will go to the local host. As you can see here, it is directly taking me to the home page. So the authentication is working very fine here. And to see the cookie, you have to click on this icon here and click on cookies, localhost, cookies, and you can see the JWT cookie is there. As you can see here, so I hope you have learned how to make a login and sign up page and use authentication and hashing in your website. And that's it for this video, guys. I will see you in the next one.